Welcome back, meatballs. It is the Fleet Admiral Awesome in with the Minecraft Empire Challenge with some supplemental material today. Let's see here. What do we got? We're going to discuss some new rules that you can apply to your challenge. These are optional rules. I think I'm going to implement some of them to my channel as time goes on, but I still haven't revealed what's going to happen in phase 2, so that's no promises. So, deal with it. I'm going to let you wait on that one. We'll see what happens next. But these are posted by users, subscribers to the channel, and these are their ideas what to do to add to the challenge to make it more interesting. And we're gonna go through them real quick here. Something like 6 months ago, Jaber's Lovely Animations posted this supplement, and let me know what you think. Which ones are winners, which ones are losers, etc. I'll just start with the top and go through them one by one. Jaber says, hey, I developed a new edition of this challenge that includes these new rules and the fact that it would be recommended that you do this in multiplayer to make it even more challenging because the same rules from this challenge apply except. Okay, I think we know what they're saying here, but okay, for one, you must make a banner to represent your empire. That sounds like a really great idea. I totally agree with that one. I gotta say that I'd take it one step further. I've actually started making banners. I started to making banners to represent all of my towns and villages and settlements. But I think that might be too many, especially because as the numbers rack up, that's just too many different designs that you might get some design fatigue. That's a real deal. That's a real thing. That's a real problem. Maybe just like to represent different districts or provinces of your empire, that might be a better idea. Again, leave a comment below what you think. Full empire, each settlement, or something in between like a province or a district. They say in the Nether, before the Nether update, that's going to come out next year, which has already come out, by the way, zombie pigmen should populate the Nether settlements. When the Nether update comes out, piglins will populate the Nether settlements. I'm not so sure about that. One of the requirements for the challenge is that villagers have to occupy the settlements. They have to be populated by NPC villagers. Which, piglins, from what I understand, they are a hostile mob, I believe. I haven't actually experienced them myself, but I'm pretty sure they're hostile. I might be wrong. They might be neutral. They might only be hostile if you attack them, or if you do certain acts, like try to take stuff out of their chests, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I think it should be villagers. I think you should transport the villagers to the Nether and have them settlement there. You just have to be sure that you keep them away from the beds. They need beds to propagate, but if they try to sleep in the beds, they will blow up, and that'll be suicide. Bye-bye villagers, don't do that. Okay, and then they put, in the end, Endermen can populate the end settlements, but must have a few villagers there to demonstrate that you've been there. Same applies to the Nether. I don't know how to really command Endermen, really, in survival mode, anyway. Like, you can't really control them, move them, anything like that. In creative mode, you can, and we'll get to that later, but yeah, I don't know about that. I'm thinking, like before, just villagers. I mean, if it's in the end, there's going to be Endermen anyway, so there's that. There should be a temporary colony when you start a settlement to store materials and supplies for new settlements. Bang on the note, actually. And that actually is in line with something else I'm coming up with for phase 2, which is called a way station, which is a settlement that's only 4 buildings or more. It's less than a village. It's like a hamlet or just a populated settlement. Basically, store all your stuff, and then you can use that as a landing point and extending from there. Like, I'm gonna do one way station, and then I'm gonna reach out and build like 3 villages or settlements per way station. I'm gonna store all the stuff for all 3 to fortify them and build them, etc., and then just build out from there in like a trident pair, like one to the east, one to the north, one to the west, or whatever. You branch out, Okay, they say here, villages should have just houses and jobs for the villagers, as of the Village and Pillage update. And if you have the supplies to do so, make a massive farm. Interesting idea for villages. I don't know if you want to do a massive farm per village, maybe some small plots, whatever. Towns can have houses, apartments, and jobs, but no massive farms or decorations. Interesting take. What makes a town? What divides it from a town from a village, other than the building quota? Cities and metropolises can have apartments, limited jobs, and decorations such as statues or megaliths, which is something else I'll be introducing in phase 2. Maybe. We'll see if there is a phase 2. I'm just teasing at this point. I'm teasing you. I'm such a tease. Also, this is optional, but make functional libraries by using chests as some of the bookshelves and wall maps. Library sizes should depend on the kind of settlement. A village being 16 by 16, town 32 by 32, city 64 by 64, metropolis 128 by 128. That's really big. I might like have that. I might be like 8 by 8 for a village, 16 by 16 for a town, 4 by 4 for a way station. Why not just an itty bitty library with one librarian, just so claustrophobic and alone. And then like for the megalopolis, did I just tease something else new from phase 2? Be like the 128 by 128. Other than that, I mean, if you go by those dimensions, they're just going to be big boxes. You'd have to really work hard to make them look interesting. But you can still do that with, having equal dimensions square buildings. So yeah, that is the post by Jabers Love the Animations posted 6 months ago. That's their idea. I like that. I'm probably definitely going to implement the library idea. I might make that a requirement moving forward later on. We'll see. I don't know. It's not a settlement until it's a library and it's fortified and it's connected by rail. Moving on. This was just posted 6 hours ago as of recording this, but by the time you've seen this, it's been a few days. Anthony Marseille says, I had an interesting idea to go along with this challenge. Maybe divide the parts of the empire into provinces. Maybe different provinces could produce certain types of crops and farm different animals. And to properly form a province, you would need one seat of government in the province capital, like a castle, a town hall, a keep, etc. That definitely falls in line with keeping this very challenging. That's a cracking idea, really. And actually, I've already implemented it to my own Empire Challenge. Really just on paper. I haven't actually done anything in-game, obviously, because I haven't even begun Phase 2. And I don't want to start the challenge early. But yeah, I've separated into districts, which is 1,000 by 1,000 blocks. I think they're mega chunks or whatever. I forget what they call. I'll put the word across the screen. What they call area of 1,000 by 1,000 blocks. But when you make a map and then you put it in the crafting table and surround it by paper, you do that 3 times. Then you get a map that covers 1,000 by 1,000 blocks. That in my world is one district. And each district is gonna have a seat, basically. It's gonna be the capital of that district. But you can do whatever you want, I guess. It doesn't have to fall into that shape. You can do it per biome or something like that. Absolute good type. And yeah, if each one's producing a different type of crop or farm animal is a good idea too. I kind of did that with the towns. If you remember, Semiramis is mostly masons, and Yadvika was mostly farmers. It could be a lot like the Hunger Games, right? Where each district produces a different staple. But yeah, leave a comment below what you think about that idea. And this comes from Edison's Cat. It was posted 7 months ago as of recording this. And this is something that we kind of an idea we played with in the comments. What are we going to do for the Minecraft Empire Challenge creative version, right? Okay, the Empire Challenge is a survival challenge. That is what makes it challenging. You do it in creative, and you can get it done in a week. Where's the fun, right? Okay, but if you want to do it creative mode, if you're a creative player and you don't want to do survival, then it's got to be much bigger because you're not taking all that time harvesting or mining the materials, the resources. So basically, it is 10 times the size of the original challenge. 10 times. Instead of 41 settlements, you have to establish a minimum of 410 settlements. That being 200 settlements discovered, 210 settlements built from scratch from the ground up. All of them fortified, all of them connecting via an overworld system of rails. The capital city must have 1,000+ builds. That is absolutely massive. I don't know, you can't really do that in-game. In-game, using the game mechanics, there would have to be multiple settlements that are kind of connected, sort of, because the villagers are not going to respect an area that large. 200 minimum villages discovered. Okay, I already went through that. All settlements must be populated by villager NPCs. That's the same. Same with the rails, same with the walls and fences. Okay, so it's basically the same, except for you got to do 410 settlements instead of just 41. Another idea on top of that, instead of the 25 biomes, how about you have to use every single biome, including every variation of ocean, every nether biome, every beach and river and mini biome, the microbiomes, not just the savanna, but also the savanna plateau, also the shattered savanna plateau, etc. You get the idea. That would be a huge challenge. But in creative mode, if you were, you know, as long as you're within a year, if you wanted to make it the year-long challenge like the original challenge, that's the only way I see it happen. Uh-oh. We're reloading. I didn't mean to do that. So that is all I've got today for additional rules to the Minecraft Empire Challenge. Tell me what you think, and feel free to leave a comment below, any ideas you have for this challenge or a variation of this challenge. Like I said, it doesn't have to be one challenge. You can make your own version of it as long as it's challenging and as long as it's holds up to the integrity of the original challenge. Also, you know, by all means, post screenshots on Reddit or on Facebook or YouTube, upload vids on YouTube, Twitch, Discord, I don't know, Snapchat, you know, just the whole internet, and link it, you know, leave a comment below, a link to it on this channel, and I will show it off on a future video because I'm getting really excited about it. It's really taking off, and people are having a lot of fun with this. They're playing around with the original idea, and they're changing a little bit here, and yeah, you know, tell me what you think. Thanks again for dropping by. I've been the Fleet Admiral Awesome. This is the Minecraft Empire Challenge, aka My Kingdom Foreign Empire MK4E. Y'all stay spicy. Adios. Amigos.